Alrighty. I just realized I forgot to. Nope, wrong button. Oh no! What am I doing? All the things. Okay. Hello. Welcome to a Monday. It is a Monday. I am hoping to go ahead and get to 30,000 today. I have not calculated up the timeline and notes that I made for myself yesterday, so it's pretty much as if yesterday didn't count in terms of like writing in the document. So I mean, I did color in my petal from my flower tracker, but I have not written down a word count, and the word count for the document itself has not changed. So, I'm kind of working as if yesterday never happened, I guess. But I made a notes on timeline for when foreshadowing and clues needed to be sprinkled about. Some confetti tossed in the mystery of everything. So I did that yesterday. And then I played Skyrim last night because I needed a break. And so I feel like the last couple of days my energy level has been kind of low. So I took the time to do something different rather than just read. And so, yeah, but I also fluffed my jade bonsai tree. I know that I have mentioned that, and I showed it in the most recent vlog, that I had yet to fluff it, but I have fluffed it, and so now it is. I've defined like the perfect spot for it, but here is my little tree now that it is fluffed. And all of the wires have been sort of separated and whatnot. So here it is. I enjoyed having just a little fiddly moment and a time yesterday when I was doing that after the stream. But yeah, that's my little tree, my little jade bonsai tree. It looks very cute. But yeah, so the goal is to essentially get where I wanted to be yesterday and hit the 30,000 word mark, which is just over 2,000 words for today. So I would like to get that done. We are hoping that the brain is going to cooperate with us. But yeah, that's where we are standing. Is I'm headed for 30,000. My goal for the month was 35,000 because I thought that would be enough to finish the story. And let's see. Okay, how many scenes do I still need to do? I need 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 12 scenes, 11 and a half scenes left. And my scenes are usually somewhere between 12 and 1,500. So if we do just sort of like bare bones estimate, that means I need another 12 to 15,000, which that would put me at, let's see, 12,000 would put me at 40K. And so somewhere between 45. So closer to 45 or 50,000 even for the month would finish this draft. It is day 18. It is still doable, but it is more words than I had anticipated would be needed. Let's just say that, because that's always how my writing goes, is I always want to write. I always write more than I anticipate. I am an overwriter, it seems. Or an underestimator. I don't know. I don't know which is the primary fault here. But yeah, but again, like this is a decently clean draft for the most part. So yeah, so I still think it's going to be a decent, like once it's done, it's going to be a good, decent, like solid chunk of work. But yeah, so that means, so I'm still anticipating probably about 15,000 to go, which means I'm going to have to dig out my purple stickies and adjust and add some more stickies up there. But on the other hand, I do have pretty much a complete row of purple done. So that's nice. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. How are y'all doing on your monthly goals? Are things chugging along, or are you like me and figuring out that you severely underestimated what it is that is necessary for this month? Oops, or for your story. Okay. Oh, we have an appropriate, a very appropriate card for this channel for today. It is in the inverse position, so it is likely going to be calling us out a little bit. But yeah. Catherine says my volume in YouTube is out. Is it me? Did I mute myself? Okay. Nope. Not muted. Okay. So it might be you, Catherine. Yes. Because otherwise I'm sure y'all would probably tell me. Okay. Anyway, let me find the right spot for. Okay. All right. And let me say hello. BA is here. Hello. Hello. How are you? Are you going to be working on your Grotten story today? Grotten. And Monique says hello. And CB says hello, finishing dinner and watching a documentary about Disney. About Disney the corporation or about Disney the man? Monique says plans for the day. Write out 1,000 words. Your outline is your guideline. Yes, sounds great. You can do this. You can absolutely do this. Cool Gamer is here. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Rachel is here. Hello. How are you? And Catherine is also here and figuring out the technology. Okay, so again, we have inverse position, but we have the turtle. As I said, it was quite appropriate for today. Are you going to focus? There we go. Slow and steady wins the race. But it was in the inverse or upside down position. So, hello, Becca. How are you? You're doing sewing projects today. Oh, yay. That's exciting. I've forgotten. When is your timeline for moving? Have you already moved? Are you trying to use some of the fabric and things before you go? Or anyway, brain. I can't remember the timeline for real life anymore. Okay, so turtle is upside down. Pushing too hard or rushing to leave others in the dust is not the way of the turtle. Even if it seems at times it is the way of the world. The turtle wants you to remember that you are a human being, not a human doing. In the protection position, the inverse, the turtle is giving you the message that the best thing to do right now is to let go of the drive to compete or to control or do more. Instead, simply be. As an old Norse saying goes, we do without doing and everything gets done. The spirit conspires on your behalf, so slow to a crawl or even to a stop, releasing any fear that life is a race that you might be losing. Trust that peace, prosperity, love, and purpose are all yours to enjoy right now. Do not do. Simply be. That's so nice. But also very appropriate for like the hectic life that we have. In terms of like all of the things, the social media, the writing, the editing, the marketing, the everything, and everything going on in personal lives too. So yeah, Release the fear that life is a race that you might be losing. Yeah. I feel that quite often. So that's a nice message to hear. Yes, you'll be planning to work on Groton at some point today. You're also working on your website overall. Most of the website is complete, just the dreaded About Me page and updating each of your projects. Gotcha. Becca says, I'm going to Comic-Con Wednesday through Sunday and then going to Toronto next Wednesday. It's going so fast and you have so much to do. And lol, you obviously needed to hear the turtle today. Yes. Monique says, amen to that. Yes. CB is excited to hear about Comic-Con and wishes Becca a good time. Okay, sorry, y'all. I had a little bit of a yawn coming on. I will try not to make it contagious for us. Okay. So I'm going to put my little jade tree off to the side where I can get it out of the way and not accidentally knock it. Okay. And in honor of our spirit animal for the day, we will be starting with the turtle. That seems like an appropriate thing to do. Share. Okay. Again, my goal is to get just over 2,000 words for the stream and for today, because I would like to hit that 30K mark today. That way I can be a little closer to done. That's what I would like to do. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop procrastinating. I can do this. I can get the 2K today. I can focus. This is our mantra that we're telling ourselves. I can do this. I can write today. I can write. I can achieve my goals. Okay. We're going to do this. Here's your reminders. 1, if you have already been writing today, make sure you save your document. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. I have both green tea and water. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25-minute turtle timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All righty. $507 words for that sprint. So that was good. I was having trouble sort of figuring out how I wanted to transition the scene from the next from this scene to the next, but I think I have figured it out. So I think the next dead body is going to happen off screen, if you will. And then it's going to be reported about in the newspaper the next morning. I think that's how I'm going to do it. No, today is not the 16th. What is today? Today is the 18th. And how many did I? 507. Okay. So that's my total now. Okay. Okay, so if I do minus, so I still need 513 to get to the 30K mark. Oh, so I only needed a little over 1,000. Is that right? I don't know. Whatever. I'm still aiming for 2K today. So, but anyway, don't forget to save if you have not saved in a while. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right, and let me see how y'all are doing as well. Several people popped in during that sprint. Melissa popped in. Jen popped in. Rachel says, whoa, the bottom just dropped out here. I think the backyard is becoming a bog. Always nice to have some rain in the summer. And Megan says, hello, I've been getting assistance so I can start working. I'm pretty excited. That is very exciting. And I'm excited for you. Because that's amazing. Megan says, my boyfriend is going to Comic-Con as well. He's very excited but nervous because of the panini. Yes. Jen writes Romance says, I just had a Zoom interview with a potential client. You always suck at interviews, but at least I love writing. Cross your fingers for me. Fingers crossed. Jen writes Romance also says, my daughter wants to go to Comic-Con as well, but it would cost so much. Rachel says, I can definitely dance in the rain and feel the mud sucking at my toes. That's fun. That's fun. Jen says, daughter was really sweet, and I think, client. Client was really sweet, and I think it went well. If not, there's always someone else out there. Yes. Megan's boyfriend goes every year to Comic-Con and has since he was a little boy. It's in San Diego, says Megan. He can just drive there. That's great. Told your daughter you'd be looking at flights, car rental, hotel, etc. Money that you don't necessarily have right now. Yeah. Cons, the bigger cons at least can get very expensive. And that's, it is a thing. So it's a definite budget event. Budget for event. Laura says, good afternoon. Hello. You're working the day job. I'm glad that you are getting that done. And Jen says, hey to Laura. And your day job is cool. It is very cool. Yes. Megan says to Jen, getting reservations for all that can be nearly impossible. Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely true. You live close enough that he can drive, which is very nice. But you still have to find parking and stuff. Jen says maybe next year you'd love to take her some point. Boyfriend says it's a great family event. You should definitely try for next year. Laura says, I love the San Diego Comic-Con. So fun and great panels. Melissa used the last 13 minutes to get going on a new work project. Yay! That's awesome. Rachel says, I got my first 330 words revised, meaning I just chopped twice as much off and had to choose a POV and stick to it. Yeah, I'm going to have some issues with the POV in this. I can already tell because I have tended to switch during the scenes. So that's going to be a thing that I have to fix. But we're going to leave that for later, Jules. Poor soul. Kate outlined chapter 57 and half of 58. Nice. So San Diego Comic-Con is on Rachel's bucket list. Rachel says, I've been to Gen Con 3 times. Yeah. Becca says to Megan, yes, same. You're double masking for sure. That's actually what you're sewing now. The nerdy top mask to wear over your N95 mask. Gotcha. CB says 95 words. You've been to one Comic-Con and it was a local free one. Jen says they have a baby version of Comic-Con here where I live. You'll need to look into that. I think I've been to AwaCon and I've been to DragonCon in Atlanta. But I've not been to an official Comic-Con. So BA says about done. Oh, the About Me section is done. Now you just have to complete the project page updates. Megan says to Becca, that sounds smart. You might encourage the boyfriend to put a cloth mask over his N95. Yes. Yeah, double masking is definitely a good option. Rachel says, yes, we enjoyed Raleigh Wizard Con and you got to say hi to David Tennant. At Gen Con, you got to meet a favorite bunch of authors and fantasy sci-fi artists. Ari Salvatore and Ed Greenwood. Wow. Name dropping over here. That's cool. Yes, that is very cool. I also went to, I've gone to, my mom took me to Romance Writers of America. They had a 1 or 2 day signing convention type thing. So I met Nora Roberts. I met Sherilyn Kenyon. Diana Palmer had a table there. Mom was kind of excited, but she was not there. She was on break. Who else was there? I've been to the Decatur Book Festival, I think twice. 1 year, Mom really, really wanted to go because Diana Gabaldon was there. And Mom loves Diana Gabaldon. So we went there and did she had it wasn't really a panel because it wasn't multiple. But she had a presentation where she talked about her books and sort of her process. But yeah, so I've met a couple of people. Yeah. So eventually I will get to a Comic-Con. Rachel says I can imagine. Yes. CB says my cousins have been to Comic-Con. Rachel says my friends told me if you really want to meet a lot of people, sign up as a volunteer for DragonCon. Oh, yeah, that would get you in faster, wouldn't it? Jen says I love that kind of thing. Yeah, they're fun. Okay, so let's do another sprint. You have met some authors along the way as well. It's very inspiring. Yes. I swear, I would love to have even just half of Nora Roberts' mojo for like cranking out the books. I mean, because that woman is so prolific, so prolific. It's like, it's kind of insane how many books that she has written over the years. Okay, anyway, we're gonna switch before I get too sidetracked. That's the word I want. I'm all snuffly again today. Why? Do I need to start taking my allergy medicines again? I don't want to. I don't wanna. I'm like a child. Don't want to take medicine. Okay, here we go. Second sprint, self-promo sprint. So don't forget to promote yourself. If you've been here, you know the rules. If it's something you want to promote that is writing adjacent, feel free to pop it in the chat. If you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. You're going to have to get around that by spelling out the dot and .com and maybe putting some spaces in there. Otherwise, YouTube will catch the links. Okay. Also, 1, don't forget to save. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. Turtle timer again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I need to finish. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, I needed that because I found that there was a little bit of a plot hole and I needed to fix said plot hole. So I have now fixed said plot hole. And that has popped me up to 1,087 words, which is great. So I think that gives me 580 for that sprint, I think. Yes. Okay. So I have crossed the 30,000 mark. Yay! That's great. Okay. So now I can move some stickies. Also, don't forget, that was sprint number 2. Don't forget to do your self-promo while I save. Alrighty. I also did finish off 1 glass of hydration, and so I have another full glass to go. I think I starred Laura's, which I believe was the first self-promo. Okay, so Laura says, my presentation from the AuthorTube Writing Conference on writing descriptions in your story. Here's the link for it. And also, Laura has a writing advice podcast called Twisted Tendrils, Horrific Writing Advice. You should check it out. CB says, I might have to watch High School Musical 2 on Wednesday just for nostalgia. Nostalgia was a big selling point for Disney Plus. Yeah, I can agree with that. Heather says, back in time for promo. Awesome. Yes. BA says, even though I am currently in the process of updating my website, this is the link for my nano project page, which is here, bapascar.com/Groton. Feel free to look around the site. Megan says, want to participate in the We Will Not Go Back feminist video anthology, or maybe contact me for access to the Discord, or maybe ask a question. And here's the link. For Megan's link tree. Heather says, here is the panel that I hosted for the AuthorTube Writing Conference. Please ignore the tech issues, and there's the link. BA says, new update will be on Friday. If anyone would like to give me feedback on the old versus new, I would appreciate it. Fantastic. CB says, the reason I got Disney Plus is because of all the Marvel movies. There's a lot on there. Yeah. BA says, if you haven't already done so, click the like and the subscribe button. Turn the notifications to all and check out the links in the description box. New videos, blog, and tarot journal are available in the description. Yes, they are. Thank you very much, BA. CB says, I was really too old to go see High School Musical 3 on your own, which is why you don't remember getting judged. Which is why you didn't remember getting judged really harshly for seeing Hannah Montana, the movie, on your own. Gotcha. Heather says, I am a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader specializing in working with indie authors. Let me help you make your work shine. And Rachel says, the rain has me yawning. Must do revisions. CB's self-promo. There are 42 stories on my Archive of Our Own page, which is under the name Pepperoni Fan 1982. And one is a novel that you really need some feedback on. Gotcha. Monique says, I am doing a series of tweets for LGBTQ Rimo. I believe that Ms. Ocampo writes is the Twitter handle as well. Yes, Rachel. Heather says, I am currently booking for this fall and you do free sample edits. Heather can be reached via DM on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, as well as comments via YouTube. Okay, yes, your Twitter is the same as your handle here. Heather says, here's the contact page for my blog and website. And Paget says, hey, all popping in pretty late after a morning of errands and such. Excellent. Heather says, however, I've been working in Wix to begin working on a real website. You love this necklace. Yes, it's a nice slice of a geode. Although I believe this one has been treated to be a specific color. So Heather says, you're trying to get all your ducks in a row. Yes. Heather says, hey to Paget and to Heather. Or Jen says, hey to Paget and Heather. Kate says, finished outlining 58, halfway through 59. Still not exactly sure how many chapters this section needs. Gotcha. You went through 920 words in revision that time. Excellent. Heather says, hi to Paget. CB says, I'm going to take a break from the beginning of August until the beginning of the second week of October. Gotcha. So Monique just sent out a tweet. Still got a bit to go until you hit 1,000. Gotcha. 1,000 words for today. CB got 54 words. Excellent. Jen says, I forgot to promote. All the cool stuff about me can be found in my bio here on YouTube. Paget says, hey to Jen and Heather. And Jen says, thanks for including me on Sunday. And Jen says, I wish we liked Marvel stuff, but it never really clicked in your house. Melissa says, finish the first page of the project you started during the last sprint. Yay! And CB says, I was staunchly DC until the Joker came out. Which version of Joker? Jen says, me too, with the necklace. Yes, thank you. Okay. I think we are caught up. Sorry. Y'all didn't see that. It's not contagious if you didn't see it, right? Sorry. Okay. Let's do another sprint. It is 24. So we do have time for a 30 if y'all are interested in bumping it up. If not, we can do another 25 and have either some more chat time or maybe time for like a little mini sprint at the end. What are y'all up for? Are y'all up for just another 25 or are you up for a 30? Sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't mean to be yawning. I have had tea, I swear. I did not have coffee this morning, but I have had several cups of tea. But apparently it's not kicking in correctly. Okay, so we have 3 votes for the 30. So we will go ahead and do a 30. So let me get our... I think we'll do the rainbow record because it's cute. No, I yawned before, so I may have given the yawn to you and then you gave it back. So, contagious. It happens. Okay. Share the screen. Okay. All right. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with, and cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30-minute. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, all of a sudden you're out of focus. Why? What are you focusing on? Sorry, I'm talking to my camera like it's you. Let's see. Sheet of white paper. Will you do the trick? You will. Yay. Okay. I'm feeling like this conversation is going slightly off the rails. I don't know. I'm going to have to fix this later because I don't think this is the way I want the conversation to go. Also, dashes and quotation marks are irritating. Am I muted? No. Okay, cool. All right. I am at 1,690 words. So let's do the math. $603 that time. Okay, so that puts me in relatively good position. Whoops. I think I might could do I might could get my 2K in one more sprint. Maybe. If I can figure out what the heck is wrong with this conversation and then start to go again. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I know that I need to have sort of like a transition between rooms and then a small conversation with the other main character. Then I can switch scenes to the next scene. But I'm like, the reasoning for some of the things is a little in the conversation, that is. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Again, dialogue is not exactly my strong point. So I have to struggle with it a little bit. But this scene and this scene so far is mostly dialogue. So about 1,000 words of dialogue. So yeah. Struggle Town is where I'm at. Okay, we're talking some more about the cons. Mom Maggie, hello, lovelies. You won't be here when you come back. You are going to have a 6 to 8 hour power outage this afternoon. They are replacing the parts of the power substation damaged by fire on Saturday. Oh no. Okay. Well, at least they're giving you notice that it's going to happen, right? I mean, that doesn't exactly make the situation any easier, but at least by them letting you know, it will not be super unexpected and you can kind of navigate around it. So yeah, but that is frustrating. Heather says to Rachel, you haven't met any big name actors at cons in a while, but you have been able to meet some authors in recent years. Mom Maggie says, be blessed and happy productivity to us. Rachel says to Heather, I miss conventions. What's wild is you attended before you got overly serious with the writing. You were a fan and a gamer at that time. You wanted to be serious with your stories, but at the time it was all about traditional publishing and you were very intimidated. Gotcha. Cool thing was how nice some of the authors and artists were. You were blown away by it and you have not had a bad experience at all. Heather says, me either. Heather says, back in the day when you were a teenager, you met Walter Koenig, who is Chekhov on Star Trek, at one of the cons that got put together in Atlanta just prior to Dragon Con. Ooh, nice. He was exceedingly nice. Monique says, you made your word count goal. Yay! And I said, congrats. And Rachel said, yay. And Melissa loves the rainbow record timer. So cute and colorful. We like it. So rainbows and music notes, yes. Rachel finished your scene. Yay! Yay, indeed. CB says, my favorite line from today, quote, whether she wants to be or not, she will be mine, I hissed, glowering into the mirror. The reflection of my blue eyes harbored revenge. Or should it be harbored a promise of revenge? Maybe promise of revenge. I do like that turn of phrase. But yeah. Yeah, so you also be, yes. Okay, so Kate says, finish the chapter 59 outline, and I think you have only 2 more chapters left in this chunk. Nice. Paget says that's a good amount of words for 3 sprints. It is. It's very nice. I am glad when the words roll. Like when the words are happening, I am super happy and they flow. It's just when I struggle to get them to come out, it's so frustrating. But yes, that is a very nice sprinty sprint. Jen says, I'm going through a book to see what I can take out and not counting words today. Fair enough. Rachel has 2K words revised in the new draft total this time. Fantastic. Yes. Paget, almost done with chapter 15. Will be glad to move on. Gotcha. Paget says to Jen, that's a high focus activity, at least for me. Lots of brain power and logistical thinking types of stuff. Revision, yes. Paget prefers the harbored revenge. More to the point, maybe, more chilling. Jen says, I'm just going by the client feedback. It's very difficult for me to do. Gotcha. Paget says, yay for the word count. CB says, I would love to go to con just to meet RDJ. Wouldn't be able to hug him, though, since he's a cat person and you were allergic. Ah, that is true. Jen says, my dad forced me to meet an entire hockey team when you were a teenager and you wanted to drop dead on the spot. BA says, more website stuff. 2 more project pages to update. Ooh, you can do it. Zena says, hello. Was that the last sprint? That was the last official sprint. Are you guys up for a 25-minute bonus sprint? That'll run us to about 3:30. I just want to get a little more progress. I want to reach my 2K. Okay, Rachel and Paget say yes to the bonus. Okay, all right. Zena says, I'm certainly up for it. Kate says, me too. BA also updated your Nano page, added 2 projects, and changed the cover photo. You may or may not have created the cover photo as well, because, procrastination. Okay. All right. All right, let's do 1 more sprint. And I'll just go back to the turtle timer because the turtle was our spirit for today. So yeah. I'm gonna try to make this transition happen, and then that way I can move on to the scene with the private investigator, because I feel like that part of the story has been lacking thus far, so I need to have that in. Okay, there's that. Share the screen. You can do this. Come on. Figure out the buttons to press. Okay. Have I saved? I have now. That's number 1. Number 2, is hydration. Go ahead and have a sip, y'all. So if y'all have not checked out BA's Instagram, the stories had the covers for some of the work in progresses, and they're very, very cool. Y'all should definitely check out BA's Instagram and website, but Instagram is an easy way to find it as well. Okay, anyway, 25 minutes. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip. Straighten up your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And make sure that if you need a break or a snack, get one. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I have made my 2,000 words. Yay! I'm at 2,073. Sorry. So let me do the calculations. That would be 383. That was definitely, my brain took way longer to finish that last scene than it should have. Way longer. But it's something. Okay, and I have crossed the 31,000. So I will be able to move all of the stickies that I had guessed that I would make today, which is fantastic. So yeah, and I can color in for today. I still have to go back and add words for yesterday, and then today is once I am determined that I am done for the day, I can put the total in. But yesterday's, because it was mainly like sort of like notes and timeline issues that I did by hand, I'm kind of wondering if I just shouldn't count it. I don't know. But if I don't count it, then it just looks like I colored it in without doing anything. But I did work yesterday, and I swear I got the words. But they were just done by hand, and I haven't counted them yet. So, yeah. But yeah, okay, let me save before I close this and forget. So save. Yay. So the document total right now is 44,552. However, that does include some of the sort of like note sections that I had, where I was exploring the killer characters and situations from the killer's POV, that I don't intend to include those in the final manuscript, but yeah. So anyway, so I have finished 2 scenes today and got to start on a third. So I'm gonna have to, with this, oh Lord, I have to decide on another character's name. I have to make a decision as to the private investigator's name, who is a friend of one of the main characters, or a friendly acquaintance. Oh, maybe this is Thaddeus. Maybe? Thaddeus or Theodore? I feel like Thad. I feel like that would be more of his first name. Anyway, okay, I'm going to write that down before I forget it again. Thaddeus, I have no idea what. We'll have to figure out his last name in a bit. But I know that I had Thaddeus written down somewhere for a character in this story. So maybe it's him. We'll go with it for now. We'll go with it for now and see how it takes. I can always change it later. Okay. How we doing? Sako popped in for that sprint. And yeah, I also tried to spell eavesdrop with a V, or instead of with the V, as a B. So that was fun. Sako says, I'm doing wonderful. You cleared off your desk so you can use it again along with your mechanical keyboard. I love a good clean desk, even though mine never stays clean for long. In fact, my sticky notes are sort of like sprawling more than they were yesterday or more than they were 2 hours ago. So Laura says, just had a realization it will be 2 years next month that you wrote your first ever flash fiction and started writing horror. It's your horrorversary. Paget says, agreed, a clean desk and a good keyboard is a beautiful combo. Yes, it is. Paget suggests that Laura do a horrorversary live stream. That would be pretty dope. But also observes that horrorversary is exceptionally difficult to say out loud unless you say it very slowly. I just accept the fact that it is going to likely sound like something else. Paget says, the more you write this chapter, the more you're straying from the outline and having to make U-turns. I see now how writing without an outline at all in the past, you were swimming against the current. Oh, okay. Yeah. No wonder you got lost. Gotcha. Yeah, it is definitely possible to get lost without an outline, for sure. But it's also kind of possible to have some strange events happen that wouldn't have necessarily happened otherwise. For good or ill. Sako says, I want to party with Laura over horror. Yes. CB says, wow, just realized that April next year you'll have been writing fanfic for 20 years. It's fun. No. See, writing is writing, no matter if it's fan fiction or not. So it's great practice. Just all writing is great practice. So Zena says, yay, that was such a good sprint. I'm glad. You almost finished this chapter. Excellent. Good job. Woohoo, says Rachel. Okay, so it was a chapter outline. Gotcha. You write quite detailed outlines. I know a lot of people that do. So, yeah. CB says 321 words. Excellent. You are seriously considering yeeting writing into your rear view mirror. I don't think you should. I think you should continue to write. Heather says, I did a lot of parenting that sprint, but that counts as productivity. Yes, it does. Zena says, fantastic work, y'all. Yes, indeed. Paget says, I'm so close to the end of chapter 15. I can smell it. Yay for hitting the word count. Huzzah! Yes. And Zena also loves the writing tracker. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I will tell you that. I'm having a definite amount of fun with this. So I may do this again in the future and continue to do it. Although I may try the little clover leaf one, because I just used these more cherry blossom and daisy petals. So I might try the more clover-like one next time. It's so pretty and satisfying. Yes. So that was from the Notebook Therapy bullet journal stencils. And those, I put the review, or the trying them all out, is the Notebook Therapy haul part 2, in case you have not seen it. But yes, 'tis fun. I like it. Paget says, lol, isn't it adorable? Yes, agreed. Rachel says, 754 more words revised. Fantastic. Kate has outlined half of chapter 60. Wow, look at you go. You've been outlining like crazy. Paget says, nice, to Rachel. Zena says, I have a tracker in my diary, but it's more like a list. Yes, I have all kinds of different trackers because I get bored when I use the same ones over and over again. So I have to shake them up every once in a while. Yes, parenting counts as productivity, says Paget. CB wrote the build-up to the reveal of Steve. Why am I having such a hard time with this? CB wrote the build-up to reveal Steve Rogers as Hydra agent and the person who attacked Peggy Carter. Gasp. Paget says, I agree with Sako. Fanfic is still writing, just another genre. Don't discount yourself, CB. Yes. CB says, the story is going to be fun to edit. Editing is not generally not fun for me. I'm trying to get into the mindset of editing and making the story better is fun. I have not yet succeeded in fully embracing that mindset. But just says we're all making things up, really. I don't see the difference. It's all fun and cool. Yes. BA, just one more page for project pages to update. Fantastic. Ayani says picking names for your characters is the worst. Yes. It's terrible. What about Thaddeus Theodore, nicknamed TT? I don't think so. I think Thaddeus is more of what I want for this character. And I will save Theo for another character. Paget says to Jen, I just saw the bit about the hockey team and how embarrassed you were. Aww. Rachel says, I got my proofs for the cover of book 1. It's gorgeous. Ooh, gotta love that. Love that. Heather says, got into your Patreon last night, started fooling around with it. Took a bit of time this morning redoing some stuff. Ayana says, when your characters aren't behaving and you get bonus sex scenes. Yes. Exactly. CB says, what about Theodore Jasper? I'll have to think on it. I do like the name Jasper, but I'm not sure I want it for a last name. We'll see. Heather says, now I need to decide what kind of content to make specifically for Patreon, and you are open to suggestions. If he's a big guy, you can always call him TJ next. He's not exactly going to be a big, huge guy. So, Sako says, I'm looking into planning a serial series to post on Vela. You should try it out. Paget says, Steve Rogers is Hydra. You are verklempt. Yes. You want to do that too? The format seems so cool. Yes. I don't know that I can consistently post enough for Vela to work for me. Lindsay says, hi, everyone. Doing the work thing and battling the giant flying insects today. CBU says, I was actually thinking about TJ Detweiler when you came up with Theodore Jasper, because that's his full name. Gotcha. Okay, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me for the extra bonus. Don't forget to save. Hit the save. And don't forget to, move your Kanban board stickies or whatever tracking progress you are doing and give yourself all the rewards. I am going to go ahead and say this will be the end because I have made my goal. So yay. But I will also be contemplating what Thaddeus's last name is going to be for the rest of the day, probably. So don't forget to save. Make sure that you hydrate and take a little stretch break occasionally. Get a snack if you need one. And I will see y'all Wednesday and Friday, 1 to 3, and then Sundays, 2 to 5. So, bye. Don't forget, Devin's playlist. Let me pop that in. Copy. Paste. Okay, Devin's playlist is now in the chat. You can have that to pop open so you know where else to go. All right, thank you very much, and I will see y'all later. Bye.